Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Java Selenium Cucumber. In the last class, I had told you how to write a scenario file using Cucumber in Eclipse, right? And how to run it. So we had created this feature file where we wrote a simple scenario and we wrote a code for that, and we just executed using the runner file, right? So if you have not seen it already, please go ahead and check the previous tutorial of Cucumber. Okay, so today I'll be talking about how to create a scenario outline where you can do parameterization using Cucumber. Okay, so let's go to the same folder, features folder, and here I'll be creating a new file and name it as test2.feature. Okay, and again you'll get the default scenario here. You can just simply remove it, and let me just copy the things from here and put it over here. And I'll just change something, verification of phone. Suppose I'll say verify phones in Amazon. Okay, so I'll say here, given I go to Amazon page, okay, or Amazon.com. Okay, when I enter phone and hit enter, then I saw uh, that phone is listed, or that phone name is listed. Okay. So you have to keep this when you are making it as a parameterized one. You have to make it first a scenario outline, okay? And then you have to write something called examples, okay? And here you have to write the parameter for which you want to pass the value. So the first parameter here is phone, okay? And the second one is phone name. So you have to separate them with pipe symbol, and it is case sensitive, so you cannot write a capital letter and all. So here what I'll do, I'll simply say iPhone 13, okay, and the phone name also should be iPhone 13, suppose. Okay, similarly I'll say iPhone 12 and I'll get that. Okay, we can give as much as parameter over here. Okay, now when you write it in scenario outline, you also have to put this angular bracket. Okay, so everything has to be a part of this angular bracket. Okay, now let's go and write a code for this. Okay, so I'll go to my step definition file. I'll create a new class. I'll call it as test2.java, suppose. Okay, now here you have to write the code for that. You can also do it in this way. You can right click and run this feature file, and it will show you some not unimplemented um, code. So you can just take them and put it directly. Okay, let's do that. Otherwise, we can also run it from here. So I'll simply set test2.feature. Okay, and I will try to run it from here. Yeah. So you see, it got terminated. And here, if you see in the failure trace, it says undefined step exception, right? So these are the steps which are not yet defined. We didn't write any code for that. So it is already giving all that information here in the failure trace. Simply you can copy all of them. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think we are not able to copy this. Can say Control A, or copy trace also you can do. Open a notepad and put it over there. Expand it, and then also you can copy everything from here. Okay, all the code we can copy and go to our file, the Java file. is this one and put it over here. Now if you see all the given when all that code has come, so you can press Ctrl Shift O, it will import everything. Okay, and then we can simply remove all this commented code and some throws, and whichever are not required you can simply remove them. Okay, and if you see wherever it's a parameters, it automatically entered that as a string, and here also it is entered as string and string, right? The data type is string and the value which is coming as string here. But if in case we want to pass any number of text from there or any word, if it is there within double quote, then we can write something called regular expression. Okay, and the regular expression looks like this. Within bracket, if you say dot star, which means any data you are passing from your file, from your feature file, it will come here. Okay, so I can simply say here as phone. It's not necessary that it has to be phone. It can be phone name or anything. Okay, phone type, anything I can give it. Okay, but I'm just giving a meaningful name here. Phone model, suppose I'll phone. This I can give phone name, and this can be phone model. And here you also have to give this over here. So the regular expression is fixed. So wherever you have that parameters, you can put a regular expression for that. Okay, and for double quotes you have to escape it, so you can say escape that by putting a backward slash like this. Okay, just have it over here as well. Yeah, it's coming like this. Just remove. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll go to amazon.com and try to do the same thing. Okay, so as we know, the code is WebDriver equal to new Firefox driver, right? You can press Ctrl Shift O, it will automatically add all the jar files, import all the jar files. Okay, now you say driver dot get HTTP, which is mandatory, amazon.com. Okay, and once we are in amazon.com, we can actually inspect this. Suppose I already placed iPhone 12. If I inspect this, this is the ID which I am getting, and let me put it and make sure it is a unique ID. Yeah, this is a unique ID. So I can simply say driver dot find element by dot ID. Okay, and I can simply pass here as the ID and dot send keys. In send keys, I'll pass the phone model name. So in that, I'm passing the phone model name, right? So I'm passing iPhone 12 and iPhone 13, correct? Now, and I'm saying that I saw that this model is listed. So I'm just inspecting this one over here, and I'm expecting this class should have that iPhone model name. Okay, so I'll say try. I can simply say assert dot assert equal. Okay, I can say here as or I can also give it as like this driver dot find element by dot class name. I can put that class name and I'll say dot get text. Okay, and I'll assign it to a phone model or phone name. And then whatever name I get, so I cannot do it here the same thing, so I have to give it like phone type, suppose I can give. Okay, and assert dot assert equal. Okay, let's check assert dot assert equal accept string. You can directly also use it. So this has been deprecated. Okay, but you can also use it like this. You can also use it like this, I think. Okay, like this also you can use. So this will bring a static import of assert equal. Okay. So we are expecting the phone type. The expected one is phone name, right, which is coming from our feature file, and the actual is the phone type. So that should match. So if it is matching, it will automatically pass. Okay, we don't need to do anything here. So in test 2, if you see, I have iPhone 13 for phone, and phone name also I have iPhone 13. And what is our expected? iPhone 12, whatever we are entering here, that value is coming up here itself, right? So our expected and actual should match. Now let's go to the test runner file. I already have put here test2.feature. Simply I can run this. See, right click and run this. And you'll see that test will execute it twice. If you see how it is going there. It's loading amazon.com. Now it will type iPhone 13. Okay, it didn't do anything. Maybe it got failed over there. We have to see where it is failed. Okay, so let's debug this now. Okay, Cucumber exception. I enter. If enter is defined with one parameter. Step 0 argument. How come? Oh, okay. So what is happening is we have to change the text here. When I enter this one uh, and search, yeah, I'll say and search. I saw that phone name is listed. So this has to be different from this text over here. Otherwise, if the text is matching, it will try to execute the code which is there written for this one. Okay. So it is going to test one and trying to execute this one and saying that it is not having any parameter. So it's always a good practice to have different text in your different scenarios. Okay. So if I say when I enter phone and search, so I have to change this also in my test2.runner file here. Okay. And now let me run the code. Is listed is fine, I think. Yeah. Save everything and run it. Close the previous ones. Let it load. You see, now it went to amazon.com. It should type, okay, it didn't type it again. Let's see what went wrong again. Int is defined. Okay, it's still not running it. Let's see what is going wrong here. And search. I didn't even write it entered, so this time it should go. Gherkin has 0 argument. Okay, so here one more thing we are missing here is you have to have this cap and dollar symbol for every step. From beginning you have to put a cap symbol, and at the end it has to be dollar symbol, which means it is should exactly match with this text from the scenario. Okay, this was missing, that's when that was not working. And then after entering the data here, we'll also hit enter. So I'll again say send keys. Say keys dot enter. Okay, so first it will enter the phone model, and second time it will hit enter there. So now let's run this code. and you also have to put this dollar and cap symbol here as well. Okay, so it is starts with cap and ends with the dollar symbol like this in the first test case. So it's a regular expression which you have to use in your step definition. So now let's run this test runner for test 2 again. Close the previous ones. Let it open Amazon.com. Okay, and it should open iPhone 13 and hit enter, and you see iPhone 13 is there listed also, and it should find that. And we didn't write driver.quit or driver.close, so that's why I didn't quit that driver, but it test got passed, and now it is opening another Amazon.com and searching for iPhone 12. Okay? So both the test has been successfully finished, but we still saw some error. Okay, okay, got it. Yeah. So here what we wrote is this class name, right? So class name, when you have a space in the class name, that means it belongs to two classes. Okay, and you should not be putting two class names like this. Either you can create a XPath and put the class name there, or you have to use one of the class name. Okay, or you can say class name 1 and class name 2, both. Using XPath you can do that. Let's see if we can use only one and if that works or not. So I'll go to my your Amazon.com and put that and see if it is showing only one or two. It is showing only one, so I can use that alone. One class name. Okay, and now let's run this, and I'll also say driver.quit so that it will close the browser. Okay, now let's run this. iPhone 13, hit enter, iPhone 13 is found, and it will close the driver and it will open another Amazon.com, and again it will search for iPhone 12. It will also found, it should quit it, or it should have some error. Let's see what it is doing. Sure, let's go again. We got some error. No such element exception. Okay, so I just found that we cannot use a class name with a hyphen. Okay, so but we can use it as an XPath. So I'll just change it to XPath, and it says span having class, but the class, as there are multiple class, I'm using a contains the class comma and put the class name within single quote and give the brackets. Okay. Now what is also happening, it is not waiting for that element to be present. So I also added a implicit wait here, driver.manage.timeout.implicit wait, and you can just give it for 10 seconds. So it will wait for all the driver find element. Okay, time unit dot seconds, you can give that, so that wherever it has driver dot find element, it will wait there for 10-second minimum. Okay, and then let's run this now. So hope this time it should work. Go to Amazon.com, enter iPhone 13. Now here iPhone 13, and Looks like again it got failed. So this time if you see it got failed here because we are expecting iPhone 13, but actual is iPhone 13 within double quotes, right? So we also have to trim that double quote which is coming in Amazon website, which is this one, right? iPhone 12 is having some double quotes which we didn't pass here. So instead better to trim it. Okay. So simply we can replace it with empty string. Okay. So now hopefully this time it should work. Into Amazon.com and entering iPhone 13, hitting enter, and it got passed. Right now, again, it should open another driver and it should do the same thing for iPhone 12. So we learned one thing here that with class name we cannot use with hyphen in the class name. If you are using it, you have to use xpath. Okay. So yeah, this also got passed. Yeah, so this is how you can run your parameterized test case where you have multiple scenarios like this. Okay, you can have it in scenario outline, put the parameters within double quotes within this angular brackets, and in an example you can pass your data. Suppose I want to check it for Samsung. Okay, so I can pass it here as Samsung, and here also I can pass Samsung. So what will happen? It will try to enter Samsung for the third one and the third driver, right? And that also should pass. So you're writing your code once, but you're running it multiple times for different parameters. Okay. So this also became a very long video, so I'll be keeping them short, and I'll upload the next tutorial soon. Okay. And yeah, let's keep it simple and do try practicing this sessions. Okay, it will be helpful. Any questions, you can put your questions in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Let's see the third one, how it is running now. So I'll try to cover a lot of other new different framework and all soon. Okay, because these are some basic level which I'm covering right now. Soon I'll be covering the advanced level also. So that's all. And then let's check the report. And the report is getting generated in the test reports, right? So you just have to right click on your project and refresh it. Okay? And your test report is over here. So you have to go to that location and open it as a internet browser. Okay. So yeah, come here, right click and say open with Internet Explorer or Firefox. Okay, so this is our report. It got passed for all the parameters, right? So this also got changed with the new version of Cucumber. Earlier there was a different kind of format. Okay. Okay then. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a very nice day. Do let me know your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.